Have you ever tried to organize your project on GitHub only to realize you need a README file in a subdirectory? It can be a bit confusing, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to show you how to create a README file inside a subdirectory on GitHub. I totally get it. You might be wondering why the Add a README button is only visible in the root directory. It can feel frustrating when you're trying to add important documentation, and the option just isn't there. You're definitely not alone in this. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, is it possible to create a README file in a subdirectory on GitHub? They noticed that the option to add a README is missing when they navigate to their subdirectories. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what's going on here? GitHub does not provide a direct button to add a README file in subdirectories, but there is a workaround. Understanding how GitHub handles directories will help us navigate this issue effectively. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip on how to preview your README file once you've created it. You won't want to miss it. To create a README file in a subdirectory on GitHub, the user first needs to navigate to the subdirectory where they want to add the file. Next, the user should click on the Add File button located at the top right corner of the subdirectory view. In the new file creation screen, the user should name the file README.md. This is the standard naming convention for README files. Now the user can add content to the README file. They can include information about the subdirectory, usage instructions, or any other relevant details. Finally, the user should scroll down and click on the Commit New File button to save the README file in the subdirectory. Fun fact, the README file is like the welcome mat of your project. It's the first thing people see, so make it inviting and informative. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to creating a README file in a subdirectory on GitHub is to navigate to that specific folder. Once there, you can click the Create New File button. Simply name your file README.md, and you'll have access to the same editing tools as in the root directory. Here's that quick tip I promised. To preview your README file, simply navigate back to the subdirectory and click on the README.md file. GitHub will render it beautifully for you to see. And there you have it. You've successfully created a README file in a subdirectory on GitHub. Remember, a well-crafted README can make a huge difference in how others perceive your project. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips and keep your projects organized.